Goddess, morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever time of the day that you see this, friend. 𝐀𝐬𝐭𝫫𝐻𝐿, what's your vibe, friend? How you vibing today? I hope all is well. Welcome, Black is for expansion. For those of you who are new, I am a real journey in these social media streets, the rare Black unicorn. On my channel, I break down the connection between the spiritual, aka energetic realms, and our physical realms, so you can have a better understanding of you, your life, this world overall, along with everything and everyone a lot better, so you know how to move in both these energetics / spiritual and physical streets. Bless. Since you chose me by clicking on this video to be your connect to these energetic streets and letting you know what's up with the surrounding energy, go ahead and grab your paper, friend. Grab an ink pen and your choice of energetic detox tea. It could be wine, it could be water, it could be actual tea. Heck, it could be some Ciroc. We don't judge here because we eating and breaking bread. But come on to the table, catch these vibes so we can help the rest of our fam out. Bless. Now today we are breaking down the waning gibbous moon phase even more. So by the time y'all see this video, the void moon will be over with for the majority of us, but I'm still gonna go ahead and let you in on the vibes, okay? So the waning gibbous moon will happen in 3 phases. The Aquarius phase in the Aquarius constellation, which will be from the 14th through the 16th. Then it'll go into Pisces constellation from the 17th and 18th, and then, or is it the 16th and 16th and 17th, excuse me. And then it will go into the Aries constellation. Aries constellation, finishing up until on the 20th, which will be the last quarter moon. So with that being said, friend, this whole week or for the next couple of days until the last quarter moon, we will primarily be focusing on our internal, because all of these energies is kicking off with feminine energy for the most part, and that's all about your subconscious mind, internal. Remember, that's what I was talking about in regards to my waning gibbous moon video, how the waning gibbous moon phase is it gives winter season vibes. And winter season symbolizes deep reflection, going within, having deep heart-to-hearts with yourself about whatever happened throughout the year. But in this case, the past month and prior, whatever you're seeing challenges in within your life that you currently are trying to figure out, how can I do better? Because this is not where it's at. Period. So friend, from the 14th through the 19th, we will be in the waning gibbous moon phase. Once again, please go check out the overall energy and symbolic purpose of this upcoming moon phase, so you can prepare yourself to work with it and utilize it in a healthy, stable, and loving way as I post the videos. So on the 14th, which is today, we will be transitioning out of the Capricorn constellation into the Aquarius constellation via the void moon. That'll phase in at 12:17 a.m. Eastern time zone and start to phase out at 4:23 a.m. Eastern time zone. Mind you, like I said, by the time I post this video, for the most part, everybody would have already experienced the void moon. But if you have not, in whatever time zone and wherever you are at, friend, bless, take advantage of it. For those of you who, if it has passed for you, go ahead and take this information to use for the next void moon when we transition into the Pisces constellation. So I'm gonna let you know, friend, I love the void moons because this is when the moon is not in communication with any other planets nor stars. It's resting, it's prepping. It's like a mini new moon, kind of. It's a great time for you two, friend, to prepare yourself for your next phase, your next level, your next cycle, as well as your next lesson. Once the sun transitions into the Leo constellation, which is going to be crazy. So please use these moon phases wisely and divinely, especially the void moons, like you were meant to, friend, because that's what we in our soul, our essence, and our energy, that's what we naturally are supposed to do to help get back in alignment with whatever it is you were born, aka incarnated, to experience and do in this lifetime. Bless. Because like I said, the sun, when it goes into the Leo constellation, it's going to be a lesson season for the whole month of August. Whenever it transition out, I can't remember, but when it for the time being, that's what this waning moon phase is helping us prepare for, because right now the sun is in Cancer. Remember, Cancer is all about balance, figuring out how the heck you balance within, so that way you balance throughout. Because remember, as above, so below. As within, you gonna sow throughout. So whatever's going on internally, it's being reflected externally in your physical world. If you ain't got it together in some area or all areas of your life, guess what? It's a reflection of whatever is going on internally and within your mental body, your emotional body, your energy, aka your soul, with your soul trying to tell you, hey, you need to be doing this, that, and the third, but we physically don't listen. We fight ourselves all the time. So hopefully by following the moon phases, you'll start to fight yourself less and less and flow with yourself a lot more fluidly. But overall, when the sun does go into the Leo constellation, which will happen on between the 25th and the 28th, friend, I can't remember, but when it does, you could be affected either a little bit, friend, or a whole lot of it, depending on your situation and the areas that your lesson falls in within your life. So the void moons are a great time to work your magic, meaning you do whatever it is that makes you feel good, friend, that makes you love yourself more and deeper, that uplifts you. Me, I'm into water magic and fire magic. When I was younger, I always burnt candles at that time. I didn't know why I was so drawn to candles, but I love candles. That's all I knew. And then one day I noticed how the Catholics had prayer candles. So primarily when I needed to leave a job, that's what I used to do with my candles. When stuff got tough, mostly with jobs, because for one, I always saw myself as, I never stayed in environments where it was toxic. I couldn't, as far as work and stuff, because I like to be happy and I like to be in areas where it's upbeat. And if it's not and stuff is just always low vibing, I'm leaving. I'm out. But at that time, I didn't know nothing about that. I just knew like, ooh, this don't feel good anyway. This is not the business. I need to leave. So long story short, I would, when I needed to leave a job, I would pray over a candle, say the prayer of whatever type of job I wanted, let it burn out, and then poof, in 3 months tops, I had another job. No questions asked. Like I said, I didn't realize I was doing magic. I just knew it worked. And I used to always hop in the tub twice a day. I would take a shower every morning and then a bath at night with candles. At nighttime, I used to light my candles and put on some Mary J. Blige and some Sade. And once again, not knowing that those simple acts of self-care rituals were amping up my energy, my power. So when I lit those candles and I would think about all the things I wanted for myself and in my life, I never put two and two together. I just knew it worked, which most of us are conditioned to think. So think about it. Catch the vibes, friend. Like I said, I just knew people used to always tell me, man, you're lucky and you have a good aura. Or people used to tell me my aura was golden, and I didn't know what the F they were talking about, for real, friend, because most of them was really into church, or I don't know. I didn't really know them that well, but long story short, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. So I just thought it was a church thing or whatever that person was into. But people would just say stuff like that, and I would just be like, oh, okay, thanks. I didn't know I didn't ask any questions, because once again, we are conditioned to what? We're conditioned to not ask questions. Don't question God. Don't question anything. I mean, because it's embedded in eons of lifetimes. But anyway, moving on. Because my whole point is, at the end of the day, do you? Because many of us do not know that at the end of the day, you don't need anybody else really to create the type of life you desire and dream of, because we're all divine energetic beings, because we all have a soul, which is our energy, our power from the higher realms. Catch the vibes, friend. So whatever you're mentally and emotionally focused on, that is the frequency you're energetically telling the universe, telling your divine ether parents you want most of. You know, the time, regardless if it's unintentionally or intentionally. Because like I mentioned earlier, with me burning candles and taking 2 baths, I didn't know the spiritual symbolism of my routines. I was just doing it to do it because it made me feel good in regards to the baths. And with the candles I saw, it worked. So I kept doing it. Unbeknownst to me, I was mentally and emotionally preparing myself for my next come up. And because I was aligned energetically, aka in spirit, in my soul, I was already aligned physically, even though it didn't physically happen yet. I envisioned it. I always envisioned it. I always did. I never saw anything, any obstacles, you know, because like I said, I just knew, I pictured myself, and then I did the candles. I took my bath. I made sure I take care of myself, oiled myself up, took care of me. You know, back in the day, I was all about me, way before kids. And I'm getting back to it. But long story short, use the void moon, friends, to take advantage however you can, in a way that works for you, especially since the moon is going into the Aquarius constellation today, and that is fixed energy. So you definitely want to amp yourself up so that you can protect yourself as best as possible with your own energy first and foremost. And keep, like I said, keep buying your protection candles. So it's no shade to anybody who does stuff like that. But you have to still learn how to amp your own energy up first and foremost on your own, until you can do it at the celestial and divine way you were uniquely created for. Keep buying your protection candles and whatnot. But remember, everything you experience is based upon your energy. So even though you're buying crystals and protection candles or whatever you buy, it's temporary. Like, I buy that stuff too, truth be told. Like I said, that's why I can't shade nobody. So I hope nobody took it like that and stuff. But it's temporary. If you don't work on yourself from the inside out, then you will never overcome the other person's energy that not say overcome. You'll never overcome your obstacles. So you'll constantly have to buy and depend on other people's energy to help protect you and amp you up. And we were not designed to be 100% codependent on people. Interdependent, yes. We all supposed to utilize our own abilities, extrasensory abilities, and help each other out in some type of way, shape, or form. But we were never supposed to be 100% codependent. And that's predominantly what this world is all, the energy of this world and what we do, period, right now. But like I said, go ahead, still buy everything, but pay attention to how you feel and your thoughts. because as I mentioned in my Waning Gibbous video, energetically, we are in the winter season right now this week until the last quarter moon, which symbolizes energetically a time of self-reflection per the purpose of the Waning Gibbous Moon phase, which reflects on our individual lessons and blessings, our highs and lows, you know, whatever's going on internally, meaning how your thinking processes are, what your emotional state of being is at this time, as well as externally, meaning who are we around as far as our environments and the people that we're associating ourselves with, both positive and negative. Was that person and or environment, what was your initial response or reaction? You know, these are the type of things we need to be thinking about while we're in the Aquarius Waning Gibbous Moon phase, you know, because like I said, it's going to uproot fixed energies, fixed experiences, fixed emotions that will trigger us. So when you do feel triggered, who are you around? What are you doing? What triggered it? Maybe it was just you, it was just you being by yourself, but something triggered it. Maybe even if you were by yourself, it's just your higher self and your spiritual team, energetically wanting you to start pay attention to something that's buried deep within, that's being uprooted, because that's what fixed energy does. You know, every time we're in a zodiac that has fixed energy, that's what it does. It's uprooting energies that are challenges, that's creating challenges in our lives, either within our mental body, emotional body, or it's going to have us focus on our physical environments. But whatever you're going through that triggers these fixed energies, think about what happened afterwards. Think about what happened during and before that you had those feelings and those thoughts. Meaning, what was the after effect? You know, what was the before? How did you feel before? You know, if it was something positive, even focus on your positive. If it was something positive, you have positive experiences, friend. What was your thoughts and emotions? And how did you carry that out over the past few days and weeks and overall throughout the month? So go all the way back to last month to the, Cancer. Yeah, Cancer new moon. Yeah, think about all your experiences from the Cancer new moon up to current. You know, whatever your experiencing, challenging, doesn't matter the area of your life, look back on the first revelational thought, emotions, and your actions when the shit hit the fan, no matter how mild of an effect, how subtle an effect, or how monumental an effect. And let me emphasize on the wild and ever subtle effects that could be your, you know, what did I say? Let me emphasize on the mild and ever subtle effects that could be you procrastinating, listening to other opinions, thoughts, viewpoints, and beliefs, and allowing their words and their thoughts and their energy, truth, you know, that's their truth. You know, don't let it influence you or in a way where it overpowers you, where you don't do any real research to actually see if whatever you may be considering that could possibly be like a goal for you, it might help you per what you think about it and how you feel about it overall, and how you feel about it from your gut, from your intuition, from your inner wisdom, from your own discernment, friend. Make sure when you make your decisions, you consider what other people say, but don't let it over their influence of what they say and their experience trump what you feeling, you know. Yeah, it might make you feel doubtful, but that's just so you could move forward with caution, because that's what people with lessons, that's what we're supposed to do anyway. And please don't mind my neighbors next door. I take that as an omen to remember to play. Don't forget to play and have fun. while you're doing this, friend, because when we face our inner shadows, it can be overwhelming sometimes. You know, it can overshadow us because it's not easy sitting with your shadows. It's not easy doing the inner work. So make sure you play and have fun. What else? But that's what this waning gibbous moon phase is about, which is why energetically you may feel a little bit more heavier emotions, especially with Aquarius kicking it off, because like I said, that's fixed energy. So let's get into that a little bit more. Like I said, today and tomorrow we are going to be in the Aquarius waning gibbous moon phase. Once again, Aquarius energy is fixed energy, is masculine energy. Masculine energy always comes off to me. I always got the download from my higher self that this is action, you know, physical, taking physical actions in your physical world, much like a man. No disrespect to any men out there, but it's masculine energy and it's air energy, but the symbol for Aquarius is the water bearer. So let me get into that more, but we will. Also, Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus and Saturn. First, let's break down the Aquarius symbol, water bearer. Now, when you look up the word bearer, it can be a form of a tool and or resource that can carry or hold something. In this case, water, because Aquarius is the water bearer. But check this out, friend. Bearer also means a person who is providing money for someone or something for payment, or it can mean being ordered to pay. You are the bearer of this bill, for example. Or like, let's say my family and I went out to dinner and I say, oh, my sister offered to bear the cost or be the bearer of the cost of everyone's meal tonight at the restaurant. Bless. when she would do that, which she has. But we all know that symbolically water symbolizes our emotions. So Aquarius having an element of air, symbolically air represents our thoughts. It's Mercury energy. I'll eventually post a video of the energetic effect of just Mercury and what it symbolizes and how we're connected to it, because you know we're all connected. And once again, Aquarius energy, as I mentioned, is fixed energy. So once again, it's the water bearer, it's fixed energy, it's masculine energy, and it's air. That it has the element of air. So this to me comes off as a forewarning for the next few days during this winter waning gibbous moon phase / season, and just overall the waning moon phase period, toxic negative thought patterns will pop up. So beware of your thoughts, because if you allow your thoughts to run amok in old toxic negative thought patterns, then you're energetically and physically telling our divine parents and your higher self you haven't learned your self-worth, your self-value, nor the emotional intelligence you needed as of yet. You know, I don't want to speak no curses over anyone, so emphasis on as of yet. Putting your ultimate goal and dream on hold. That's what you're doing, which will continue to block divine answers to resolutions, because the entities and energies that attached you to that low vibing frequency still has a hold on you. Hashtag Aquarius water bearer symbolism. What did I say bearer means? It's a tool or resource used to hold water. So they're using your toxic thought patterns to hold your emotions and contain them, so that way you can stay emotionally bound and mentally bound to toxicity. But friend, think about it, catch the vibes. But like I was saying, Aquarius is also all about being innovative, eccentric, and original, but yet it's the bearer of thought patterns that can lead to unhealthy emotional state of beings. And with it having an air element, once again, it's all about Mercury and the zodiac sign that Mercury is currently in, which is Cancer, friend. Catch the vibes. So during this waning gibbous week and the waning moon phase overall, create a plan and strategies that'll reflect Mercury and Cancer's current lesson this month, because Mercury currently is in the zodiac constellation of Cancer, which is figuring out, finding healthy, polarized, balanced, harmonious communication, because Mercury is the planet of communication. It rules communication. So figuring out a healthy, polarized, balanced, and harmonious communication between and within your mental body and your emotional body, because as they say, everything starts with you. Everything starts with our thoughts. Where your mental energy flows determines your emotional state of being. Once again, hashtag Sun in Cancer. Right now, we're in a season of learning how to balance internally, because Cancer is divine feminine energy, meaning that it's all about your internal world. But friend, Aquarius is also ruled by the planets Saturn and Uranus. Saturn has an earth element. Now, earth element always puts me in the mind of feminine energy, because it's all about producing, which is what feminine energy and femininity, the energy and physically, as a female, that's what we do. We reproduce. We learn how to grow. We learn how we nurture, but as an energy, it does the same thing. So earth element always puts me in the mind of feminine energy, the subconscious mind. It reminds me of the Empress card in tarot. And it makes me think of, what am I grounding internally to either rebirth a new or birth period? Especially with Saturn being one of the ruling planets, because Saturn energy is to help us develop healthy boundaries by developing processes and strategies through fair and practical ways to know when to limit ourselves of certain things and or ways. Hashtag Pluto retrograde in Capricorn right now. Please go check out my description area for a brief overview of the current astrological stations and retrogrades and what they're energetically messaging to us as far as guidance when this video is over. But like I said, it's all contributing to negative thought patterns. So really pay attention to what it is, your thoughts and emotions, because with Saturn being the ruling planet in Capricorn, it's all about, with Pluto in retrograde, it's working with the Aquarius waning gibbous moon, as well as the other planets, to help us focus in on our negative thought patterns and stuff. So that way we can learn from all the messages of guidance that we're currently being fed daily. Very, very subtly, which is why you have to pay attention to you, friend. Focus on you. I'm hearing, what's her name? She got that song, her, and she got that song, Focus on Me. I will sing it, but y'all know I can't sing. But anyway, friend, all of it is to help empower us, which is Uranus in current energetic message. Because like I said, the planets are all positioned in ways where we can learn. They are all giving us guidance, because overall Uranus is all about being your authentic self. Therefore, if you stay in this fixed energy lesson, friend, instead of overcoming it by gaining a healthier perspective of your thoughts and why and where your negative thought patterns stem from, was it from the environment you were in as a kid or a younger adult, and or an actual experience that left you more emotionally and mentally traumatized than you realize? For example, when I was in the 4th grade, mind you, I'm in my late 30s at this time of me posting this video. So in the 4th grade, my family moved from the inner city, which is all I knew at the time, was where I lived. And at that time, it was pretty much low income to semi mid income, and we moved to the suburbs. And it was a big cultural shock, because I saw people from other walks of life that I wasn't used to, as well as financially. I was called poor because of the city we moved to. You know, the clothes I wore, it wasn't name brand. I didn't even know what name brand anything was. I didn't know what freaking Nikes were until I moved out to the suburbs. I had never heard of the word poor at that until I had moved out to the suburbs. Amongst all that, also being teased for being a Jehovah's Witness at that time. So long story short, friend, I didn't realize how traumatizing the experience of moving to a whole entirely different environment had on me, mentally as a child, as well as emotionally. And it made me develop fears of going into unfamiliar environments. So as I got older and I became of age to drive, I didn't drive anywhere that wasn't familiar, that I wasn't familiar with the roads. And if I saw the roads were narrow and busy, I'd have bad anxiety. I didn't know. You know, like I said, because we're so conditioned to just focus on our physical, even though we're taught like, acknowledge your emotions, acknowledge your thoughts. But in all actuality, the way the world is set up, it's contradictive. It wants you to focus on everything else but you. That's why there's so much stuff going on right now and stuff in this world. And people always wondering, well, why? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Because ain't nobody focusing on just bettering themselves. Because we all want better and we all try and strive to do better. But you can't fix nothing if you ain't fixed yourself. But back to my story. Because like I said, it had an effect on me, which I realized later on, that when I started like really digging deep and utilizing the waning gibbous moon phase and just a waning moon phase period and winter season overall, that's when I actually realized that. I was like, damn, that's deep. Like it hit me hard, and I was just in disbelief when I realized like the effects that I have carried on for all these years of just me simply moving, you know. Because like I said, mind you, I'm in my late 30s right now, so I'm an early 80s baby, and mental and emotional health just wasn't talked about like that. Pretty much it wasn't talked about at all, especially in the Black culture in the United States, period. And that experience also hindered me for a long time from being the ideal successful person I always dreamed and saw myself as, because I will always self-sabotage to stop projects, to stop businesses and so forth, just because I knew when I hit a certain amount of money, I would level up in tax bracket, and that would put me in a whole different environment that I wasn't familiar with. Remember, because I said I went to a whole different environment when I was in the 4th grade. It was a big culture shock and stuff. So being around people who I would have considered having higher income and stuff, and putting me in a whole different world, like I always geared for it, but at the same time, subconsciously, I did not realize I was also terrified of it. Subconsciously, I saw people who had quote unquote money, like in my mind, I would see them teasing me about how I talk. Though I have 2 college degrees, you know, I still saw them teasing me, as well as, you know, you see people who are like with money, they have all these designer this, designer that, and I know about designer stuff, but I'm not, that's not like me, for real. I'm not into the latest fashion trends. I could give 2 flying F's about it and stuff, but I just pictured them like teasing me or talking about, because I'm at the end of the day, I would be different from them. But like I said, it all stems back to me simply moving in the 4th grade. So when I say sit down with yourself, friend, and dig out those fixed thoughts and emotions, dig that shit out. Finish uprooting those experiences and or people that are the core reason you developed an unhealthy relationship with yourself, where you think negatively about yourself just because you haven't learned how to deal and work with yourself in a healthy way when you do face challenges and when you do face obstacles within your life. Also acknowledge the fact that you too will make mistakes, because overall and in general, we are always working on bettering ourselves. And that, yes, we were told growing up that we're going to make mistakes. That's life. But then you get punished as kids off the bat for most of us when we did make a mistake. So that in itself created unhealthy perspectives of our mistakes. A lot of us may subconsciously view them as bad per our mental perspectives as a child and or as young adults, therefore developing unhealthy emotions that led to limiting actions that turned into limiting characteristics. Bless. Catch the vibes, friend. These planets, they'll have you go deep, friend, don't they? I'm blown away every time I sit with energy and how our divine ether parents truly did give us the tools and resources to fulfill our solar purpose of our individually, unique reason why we physically are the way we are, because we know what we signed up for. They know what we know energetically, but whatever God you believe in, that God knows what you signed up for. They know your physical solar contracts we made before we were born, aka incarnated/reincarnated into this world. So in this powerful Aquarius waning gibbous moon energy, utilize Uranus fire element as I always intuitively saw through my higher self as symbolizing physical actions and masculine energy, as I mentioned before, and earth element, which is Saturn's element, because that's over the other ruling planet over Aquarius. And as I mentioned earlier, I always envision earth element as feminine energy. So for the next few days, friends, ask yourself, what are you grounding? What are your physical actions? Hashtag Aquarius energy and Aquarius waxing moon energy. Are you actually physically and mentally paying attention to your thoughts so that when you notice toxic thought patterns, hashtag Uranus fire element energy, to help you either control your inner fires, but when you notice these type of thoughts, are you allowing it to burn wildly within, therefore throughout you and your life, or are you going to control it so that while you're burning these toxic patterns up and out of your life, you're also seeing where you can create new life, Blessed. That's Saturn's hashtag earth element. It's all about gaining the discipline and the healthy boundaries and a healthy relationship with being more organized and disciplined. That's what Saturn is all about. It's all about birthing that. So this combination, I hope y'all catching the vibes on how powerful this is. So check out my other videos this week about this week's energy effect, friend. That's all I have for you. It's getting pretty loud out here, so I'm gonna wrap it up. It's kids playing, people doing their lines, hashtag maintenance, garbage trucks is coming around. I see you, 𝐀𝐬𝐻. I'll be in soon. Garbage trucks is coming around, picking up the trash. Almonds, friends, on top of almonds right now. That's what it's all about. Having fun, tending to your garden, aka self-care, taking out the trash so you can grow at this time. Don't let these low-bearing entities try to overpower you. Yes, babe. Hold on. So, friend, I want to thank you for choosing me to be your connect so you know how to move in both these energetic and physical streets. And now that you have the tools, friend, to armor yourself in spirit, you can now destruct and reconstruct yourself and your life in divine love and in the divine way you were uniquely created to do. Because can't nobody live your life for you, and can't nobody do anything for you the way your life was divinely intended Only you can, friend. So remember to tell yourself, I am irrefutable, BKA, I am impossible to deny. Remember to love on yourself today. Be patient with yourself. Be easy on yourself today so you can flow more fluidly today than you did yesterday. Your soul chose to incarnate as you because you hold the energetic DNA, meaning you were created for this, friend. You were made for whatever you have experienced thus far in your life, positive, challenges, and all. It was all to help you succeed. Check out my description area for more encouraging videos that I am not affiliated with. I just want to put that out there. But when I hear or see something encouraging, I share it, no matter where it came from, because a word is a word and a message is a message. Facts. So also check out the description area to stay up on the current astrological stations. 1 second, 𝐾𝐬. And I've included a very brief overview of the message being sent. More detailed videos of the planet's messages are coming soon. Please bear with me, friend, because I too am going through my own internal energetic shifts, all while trying to keep up with my physical life. But and my son coming repetitively is an omen too, friend. Some of y'all inner child is screaming for y'all attention, like, please help me, save me, reparent me, please, so we can get this together. But friend, click the like button if you like my video. Hit the sub button along with ringing my notification bell, so the next time I call to spill another cup of energetic tea at the table, you won't miss my call. Stay blessed up, friend, and I will see you in the next video or the astral realms. Peace, love, and bliss. Bye.